you won't see it on your desktop calendar, but today is a very important day at the South Carolina State House.
A bill has to pass the House or Senate by May 1st to have a chance of becoming law this year. But today is the last time that lawmakers meet before that crossover deadline arrives.
Our Capitol reporter Robert Kittle tells us which bills are still alive and which are likely done for the year.
The biggest issue of the year is fixing South Carolina roads, and that is still alive. The House and Senate have both passed plans, and a conference committee is working out a final bill. The Senate passed a bill to borrow around $2 billion to fix roads and bridges.
But it is a 5 to 10 year projection. It does much that is needed in South Carolina as far as preservation, resurfacing, expansions of roads.
Also alive, ethics reform, a bill to require refugees to register with the state, and a bill to borrow up to $200 million to repair crumbling school buildings. One of the bills that's likely dead is one to change the disturbing schools law. That came up after this incident last year at Spring Valley High in Columbia, when a student was pulled out of her desk by a sheriff's deputy for refusing to leave class. She and a student who shot video of it were charged with disturbing schools. A bill that hasn't crossed over isn't 100% dead, but it would take a 2/3 vote in either the Senate or the House to even come up, so it's likely dead. The bill to prohibit transgender persons from using the bathrooms of the gender they identify as is dead for the year. But sponsor Lee Bright will try to add it to the state budget.
Basically, the budget amendment would say that any local subdivision that passes an ordinance that requires businesses to allow men and women's restrooms, then we would take the aid to subdivision, their state funding away.
He thinks that has a good chance of passing as part of the budget, but opponents vow to block it. In Columbia, Robert Kittle, 7 News.
Another bill that's still alive would ban abortions after 19 weeks.
The Senate has passed it, so it beat the crossover deadline, but it's still in a House committee.